Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with some trailer reactions this morning. It's Friday morning. I'm going to see Scream 5, which they're calling just flat out Scream, but it's the 5th Scream. Don't ask me why they're calling it just Scream. I feel like that's confusing. But I thought it was fitting that I saw this come up on my feed. The Foo Fighters, David Grohl is right there, giant David Grohl. They're making a horror movie called Studio 666. I know zero about this. I figure it's gotta be somewhat of a joke, maybe. I'm thinking it's gonna be like a horror comedy, but it could also just be like full-on R-rated horrificness. I mean, Rob Zombie made some very graphically horrific Halloween movies, so it's very possible they did the same thing, but I just can't help. Based on the images and stuff, I don't know, it looks like they're filming a horror movie or something. Why is there an old film reel there? There's like this guy in a little nightcap. I feel like the look itself is more of a comedic look. Like that, it doesn't look like a serious look. The guy has a cap with a little ball on the end. It looks like something you'd see in like an old Christmas movie that Scrooge would wear. I feel like, I mean, they could be filming a movie though. Maybe they're filming like a movie like Scrooge. I don't know. I feel like this can't be that serious though, because David Grohl has a giant portrait of his head. This is the thumbnail I saw everywhere, and honestly I just heard of it for the first time yesterday, and I think that's when the trailer dropped. When I was looking for the trailer, I saw the same day the official trailer dropped, people were calling it trailer 2. So there is a possibility that this is the second trailer and I have just not ever heard of this movie. But it seems like it's trending enough so where I caught it in the feed, and the fact that I saw the Foo Fighters were involved. I mean, the Foo Fighters were famous when I was young. I am 40. When I was in high school, that's when the Foo Fighters were like popular. Around that time. So, I mean, it's a good 20 years since I've really thought of them. I mean, I hear their music on the radio all the time, and David Grohl has done other things. The reason I feel like it's going to be a comedy is because I feel like David Grohl has been in comedy movies, like cameos, little appearances here and there, but I feel like he's got a sense of humor, and I feel like he's done things like that a lot, or at least enough for me to think it's him. I know I've seen David Grohl in movies, and I feel like they were comedies, so I feel like it's going to be a comedy horror. I literally know zero about this. I went in as blind as possible because I don't want to know. We're just going to jump in. You guys want to see more of what I do, full unedited reactions of all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, and hundreds of exclusives you'll only see on Patreon. Links at the end. If not, here we go. The official trailer for Studio 666.
Foo Fighters, you gotta get the record.
If he's in it, gotta be a comedy.
On this one.
All right, so the whole Foo Fighters group looks like they're involved.
This place is amazing.
Do you guys get this overwhelming sense of death?
Whose house is it?
Doesn't really seem like the right fit.
I like the imagery. I like how when he, I like that.
The sound of this house is the sound of album 10.
Oh, they're gonna record their 10th album here?
Let me apologize in advance for all the rock we're about to make.
Got a couple of ideas I've been working on. I'll lay them on you.
Dude, wait. It's called Everlong, and you wrote it about 20 years
I was gonna say, I thought he was gonna have new lyrics to it.
How you feeling? Everything okay?
I love her.
Ever since we moved into this house, my mind is flooded.
We all have writer's block.
This is not just a creepy.
That's Lionel Richie.
It allows spiritual entities to cross into our world.
Will Forte, I love him. What is happening?
Oh my God! Dude has got one flew over the cuckoo's nest crazy.
It's this place, man.
Is he like possessed
Let's finish the track.
to write the ultimate album? All right.
You found a new musical note?
Yes, I did.
It's an L.
Oh my God. All right. It's definite.
Handy on a grill.
Yeah, you like your meat charred and dry.
Okay, people are dying.
Killer barbecue.
I was gonna say, like, how far is this gonna go? It's reminding me of This Is the End.
We could save his ass.
That was the Necronomicon.
The album almost done.
Yeah, it's killer.
What? They look like they got evaporated.
You did.
I feel like they showed a lot, though. A month. All right, guys, definitely a horror comedy. The first thing we see is Jeff from Curb Your Enthusiasm. He is always in comedies, and he's already like laughing and making a joke. They're going to this house. Was I supposed to recognize the house? I feel like I'm supposed to recognize the house. It seemed like they were like, yep, we're going to this old house. I mean, when they were driving up and everything, am I missing something? They were saying something about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've never seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, so maybe it was something to do with that movie. They did mention it, but I don't feel like that reference was related. Either way, I didn't recognize the house, but I feel like I should. They're there to film their 10th album. The Foo Fighters are there to film their 10th album. I dug the way it was shot. Every time he clapped, there was like weird imagery going on. The eyes and everything gave me a feel like this is the end. When Jonah Hill was possessed by the demon, the whole comedic effect where it's like evil possession going on. I don't know. It gave me a lot of feels like that, which isn't a bad thing because I love This Is the End. That's the James Franco movie with, like I said, Jonah Hill and everything. If you didn't know, check it out. Great stuff. Tons of celebrities in that movie. But I feel like they gave away a whole lot in the trailer, unless there's more to what's going on here, which is possible. Because at the end, they were like having some battle in the backyard by the pool, and it looked like all the Foo Fighters were demons at that point. So they seem like they gave a lot away in the trailer in the sense of killing off all the Foo Fighters, but maybe that happens in like the first 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. Maybe they get to the house and they all immediately die and become demons, and the movie itself is something totally different. Because if it's not, they just showed the death scene of at least half the Foo Fighters right there in the trailer. One guy got thrown on the grill and crushed down. One guy had a cymbal thrown at him and probably decapitated him. It didn't actually show the scene, but I mean, we pretty much saw and know what's going to happen. I find it hard to believe that they would show all that in the trailer unless that was something that happens early on. Usually, like when people do that, that's the case. I mean, but there's been incidences like, I always remember Mama. The movie came out like right before COVID, 2-3 years ago, and I went and saw it in theaters, and I'm thinking the trailer showed a lot. And the trailer basically showed the ending of the movie and everything in between. And I was like, holy crap, they basically just showed all their cards in the trailer, and I paid money to go see it. It was a decent movie, but you knew what was happening. So I hope that's not the case here, but it's definitely a horror comedy. Comes out in a little over a month, theaters only. I am curious. I'm in a horror mood, going to see Scream right now, leaving in about 30 minutes to go to the movie theater, see Scream 5. I'll tell you guys how it is after. Maybe I'll do a review on the channel. Check that out. We're going to do another trailer reaction after this, a show called The Legend of Vox Machina. I don't even know what that's about either, but people are telling me, go watch this. It's awesome. So I really enjoyed this. Gonna check it out. You guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do, full on edited reactions, all the shows on the channel, seasons ahead of what you're seeing, hundreds of exclusives you only see on Patreon. The link's in front of me. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.